Hey guys, here we go. Another tank review for you. This will lead nicely on to the last video of today's. What we are looking at here is the T71, the Tier 7 American light tank. It was recently remodeled and made ugly in my opinion, but it's still a lot of fun and it's still a really nice tank to throw about and have fun with. It's a very light tank. It's only just tips the scale at 17 tons in my configuration. We have a really punchy 76mm auto-loaded gun there. Nice penetration of 175 or 210 with the optional heat shells. An average damage of 150. It's a bit derpy at 0.39, but it only takes 18.75 seconds to reload the magazine, and there's virtually no time between shells, 2 seconds, and you can unload everything. As you can see, we've got the SOS ... dash on the side of it. The Union Jack as usual, painted up, and I've actually one marked it. I am thinking about going for the second mark as I'm not too far off, but we'll see. It's a lot of fun, this tank, and it's really nice. Crew, as we can see, with full camo, couple of repairs, working on situational awareness because the commander is also the radio operator. We've got a snapshot, and we also have smooth ride for shooting on the move. The next video I'm going to do today, on Sunday Sunday the 17th for you, is actually going to go into crew and equip on light tanks. So this is kind of a lead on to that, but I thought I'd do the replay because it's an ace tanker game that I've had, and the T71 is one of the old school Tier 7 light tanks in the game. As we can see, I've gone with vents, optics and camo net. This gives me, with the crew, with the way the crew is set up as well, a 461 meter view range, which is really nice, and a really good camo coefficient as well. I carry 48 APCR, which is its standard ammo, not premium, 12 heat rounds, which are very expensive, 5.6k of damage, so if you do fire your heat rounds, don't expect to make money out of this tank. It's not cheap to run. Even your APCR there, as you saw, 270 credits. The big repair kit, the big first aid kit, and the automatic fire extinguisher. You only have 840 hit points, and obviously because it's a Tier 7 Scout, you get Tier 8 matchmaking, so you'll see 8s, 9s and 10s with this tank. So you will come across things that can and do one-shot you. So, as always, light tanks, it's all about the mobility, the stealth, and you having huge amounts of map awareness. T71 actually has what's called an oscillating turret, so it basically pivots on these on this point and this point here to rotate around and elevate and depress the gun. It's pretty quick, 64.4 kph. It's not as quick as its Tier 7 American stablemate, the M41 Walker Bulldog, and it isn't as dippy and darty as the Walker Bulldog, but this is a Scout of old school, as I'll go into in the next video I produce for you. So, I had this tank for quite a while. I did grind up through this line, through the T69, which is the Tier 8 auto-loading medium for the Americans, the T54E1, and onto the T57 Heavy. I chose to keep this because I am pretty much a bit of a light tank player. I enjoy the gameplay and the style of these tanks. It's a lot of fun, it's edgy, and you can have a huge impact on the game for such a small tank. I will say straight away, I don't survive the replay that you're going to see. However, it's still good enough for ace tanker. It isn't Scout replay as such. It's a little bit more I'm a little bit more aggressive than that. So you won't see much, you won't learn much from this in the way of how to scout. It's a little bit difficult to describe how to scout nowadays. We'll come on to that in the next video, so I'll move on from that. Anyway, there's not much else to say about the tank. It is what it is. It was just recently redesigned into high definition on the graphical side as well, from the old T71, which used to basically end about here or so. It used to be quite flat, quite squat. This was apparently the more historically correct image. So yeah, it's an interesting little tank, and hopefully you'll see why I enjoy playing this thing so much, and why you should probably consider putting it in your garage if you like playing light tanks. So let's get on to the Ace Tanker gameplay. Okay guys, here we go. As you can see, a map you probably weren't expecting to see this on. Himmelsdorf. Normally a scout's worst nightmare, really. I've upped the replay speed to ×2 for you, as we don't see the end of this video, as we don't get to the end of this game, even though it is a victory. So T71 on the Himmelsdorf map. As you can see, immediately we're going to head to the hill, see if we can get some high level vision. Like I said, it's a pretty quick nippy tank. We're climbing up the hill here. As you can see, we're bleeding speed down to just under 40 kph, but we are climbing up the hill. You know, it does go up the hill really nicely. We've got some good backup coming up the hill here in the form of the 5100, the Skoda T50, the 50B, and the E5 as well. There's a little bit more than I expected to come up here. I pop over the ridge. I don't see anything initially, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to head to the little look through just up here and see if we can give any vision across. As you see through the spotting range on our tanks, we can actually spot the T30 and the Object 268 here. Not really what you should be doing with this tank, but we're going to do it anyway. We hold our fire for a little bit. Once he's fired, you know, he's still looking for a good shot. As you can see, the marker there going all over the place there, a bit of thing. And there's our first shot, really nicely buttering through. Oh, the shell comes in, he misses though, and we start to put our remaining shells into the T30 here. So far 788 damage done. Artie says hello to us, but as you can see, quick repair time on the little T71 puts us back in the game, and we're already halfway through our reload. 788 damage done. Looking for shots down below us here from the hill. There's the 261 coming around the corner. You know, I consider shooting him, but it's one of those, it's like, well, I don't think we're going to pen from this angle, and at this range we are kind of at the extremities of this gun. That was a wasted shell at the end there, we should have held it. I go for a reload. We're up to 788 damage, as I said. Now what we're about to do here is what cost me my life, from what I understand. These two guys are on reload. I wait for the M41. I didn't realise the IS3 was there. I acquire the IS3 and I go in to empty my clip. There's one, there's two. Handbrake turn, slide around, reverse. Another shot, he misses, and we kill him, and we empty the remainder of our clip into this IS3 here. Straight away there's 1600 damage done. We pull back to reload to allow them to kill the IS3. Now while I'm waiting, I pop to the ridge here, 5 seconds on our reload. I'm looking for shots down onto the T30. And we take the T30 out. Then we spot the artillery. We're spotted in return here, however we still continue to shoot the DWE-100. Critical hit there, and we take the RT out. 2380 damage done. Spin around on the spot, go for another reload. So as you can see, you can really rack up the damage in the WN8 very quickly with this tank. I mean, you know, we've hit 16 shots, we've done 2.3k of damage, and we're up to 7,364 WN8, and this game is virtually won for us. You know, we've got a lot of tanks left. I'm heading to the corner here. I don't think the Centurion's looking this way. However, you know, as we pull around the corner, he pulls forward. We start to lay into him. And there's the ISU. I make a critical error here because he is turning. I wait too long and we get taken out. in hindsight, I shouldn't have waited as long as I did. I should have pushed on and got away from that location really quickly. But as you can see, 10,000 WNA, 2,947 damage done. A really offensive T71 gameplay there. This has come off the end of a night where I had gone 9 straight games with the defeat, so to see the fact that we were going to actually win a game was very, very heartening, and really did make a difference to my spirits that night. Obviously everyone knows that you go loss for loss for loss, and it really grinds you down. We've done 3 kills, we've done a bunch of damage, we've got a great WNA, a really good efficiency of 2.1k as well there. Our M103 there misses his initial shot but tracks the Bulldog, who then starts to circle strafe him. Some of the gameplay you see here it's questionable at best, and the M41, the M103 is saved by the Indian Panzer ramming the M4190 GF, and I do wonder what some of the play that you see here. I mean, I'm not moving. This is how I left the game because I was just too drained after this night. We'll see the replay through to the end. There's only the 57 Heavy and the RT left, and then we'll see the post-game stats. So as you can see, they've chased them down onto the 1-2 line on the minimap here. The Bat RT is holed up in F1 there behind the building. He's going to be looking one way or the other for someone to go around the corner and get derped. Unfortunately, it was the T50 there who had a fantastic game, as you'll see in the post-game results. But that's the end of the replay, and let's move on to those post-game results. Here's the post-game results, guys. As you can see, Mastery Badge, Bruiser, and Fire for Effect. No special medals earned. It was a ×3, 6,057 experience earned, 45,544 credits. As you can see, even though we were only in the game for a short period of time, thanks to the damage that we did there of 2,947 damage and 3 kills, that gave us enough for 1,346 base experience. A really good result there. And as you can see, scout gameplay really does pay off when you don't play as scout, when you play medium tank style. If you look at the damage for the team, we actually came 3rd in a tier 7 tank in a tier 10 game. Gabob there had a great game with 4.1k, followed by Shu in the 50B. We're all auto loaders at the top here. It's kind of what's expected of us to do that kind of damage. So really good game. Very happy with that myself. 26 shots fired, of which 22 connected and only 20 penetrated. We did take a couple of speculative very long range shots there that gave us 1,500 damage in total. Not really what you should be doing with a T71. As you saw, the gun's a bit derpy. It's not very accurate at long range, so you should be up close and personal, moving around. Didn't really do any spotting or anything there. Very little. More an aggressive replay. But as I said, I'm going to release another video today where I'm going to go into detail about that. Credits earned 35,124. It's a very cheap tank to repair, especially on a defeat, on a win, and the ammo cost isn't too bad at all for all the shots we fired, and there being APCR shots as well. It's actually not too bad. So yeah, if you don't have a T71 and you're working your way through the M7 and the T21, there is light at the end of the tunnel in the T71. It's a wonderful little tank, and it's highly recommended for you. It's the end of the replay, guys, and the review. Hopefully you enjoyed it. Again, please subscribe, follow, stick around. We've got more videos in the channel, and I'll hopefully see you soon. Thanks, guys.